Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. GDF, community, family, friends. This is day 40 of the Believe Sadhana meditation. My life has been transformed. I have awakened and expanded in ways I can possibly express or explain with words, nor will I. I am beyond honored to have been able to share these 40 days with you. I feel like we're living a dream. I hope that you all take the opportunity to acknowledge yourselves and recognize how far you have come. Whether you did the full 40 days or you just did some, you showed up. And everything is valuable and everything is precious, and there's a lesson in all. For our next 40-day sadhana, I hope you will join us, and I hope that we can do this together again so that we can continue to grow together and heal together and be together, because that is the healing. That is the healing that this world needs. I love you all so much. I am just overflowing with gratitude that we even have access to these teachings. Know that if it's in your field, if it came to you for whatever reason, through whatever means, it only wants to love you. And it only wants to give you the biggest, most beautiful experience of you. I'd like to share a story with you guys this morning. It's about love. A pastor transformed himself into a homeless person and went to the church that he was to be introduced as the new head pastor at that morning service. He walked around his soon-to-be church for 30 minutes while it was filling with people for service. Only 3 people said hello to him. Most looked the other way. He asked for change to buy food. He explained he was hungry, and no one gave him anything. He went into the sanctuary to sit down in front of the church and was told by the ushers that he would need to get up and go sit in the back of the church. He said hello to the people as they walked in, but was greeted with mostly cold stares and dirty looks from people looking him up and down, judging his appearance. He sat in the back of the church and listened to the church announcements for the week. He listened as all the new visitors were introduced and welcomed into the church that morning, but no one acknowledged that he was too new. He watched people around him continue to look his way with stares that said, "You are not welcome here." Then the elders of the church went to the podium to make the announcement. They said they were so excited to introduce the new pastor of the church to the congregation. "We would like to introduce our new pastor." The congregation stood up and looked around, everyone clapping with joy and excitement and anticipation. And the homeless man sitting in the back stood up and started walking down the aisle. That's when all the clapping stopped and the church was silent. With all eyes on him, the homeless man walked up to the altar and reached for the microphone. He stood there for a moment and then recited so elegantly a verse from the Bible. "Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. For I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needed clothes and clothed you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go visit you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for the least of my brothers and sisters, you did for me. After he recited this, he introduced himself as their new pastor and told the congregation what he had experienced that morning. Many began to cry and bow their heads in shame. Today, I see a gathering of people here, but I do not see a church of Jesus. The world has enough people that look the other way. What the world needs is disciples of Jesus that can follow his teachings and live as he did. When will you decide to become disciples? He then dismissed service until the following Sunday, as his sermon had been given. So I ask you, my dear, beautiful friends, are we disciples of love? Are we the disciples of kindness that come to show the world what it looks like to live a life of compassion? Many times on this spiritual healing journey, and I say this because I went through this, we become very individualistic. We have to sometimes, on this path, sometimes we have to be selfish in order to heal. But don't stay there. Make sure that this work that you're doing here with Kundalini Yoga sets the stage for something bigger. Because, my friends, you didn't just come here to heal yourself. You came here to heal yourself so you could give it away and heal the world. May we vibrate with so much love that all we see also vibrates with that love. And may we always act upon that love and be in service of that love. You see, we don't only do this for self-love and self-realization. We do this to become better people, better sisters and brothers and daughters and sons and fathers and mothers, so we can become better friends and better co-workers, so we can be the emotional leaders on the planet, so that we may be the change in every situation we encounter, so that we may elevate the vibration. Yes, focus in, but also focus out, because out is a reflection of in. Don't rush through life that you don't stop and say hello to a fellow neighbor, that you don't stop to admire the birds that sing to you every morning, that you notice the world around you, that you notice the pain in the eyes of the woman standing in front of you at the grocery store, and that you do a kindness for her, that you see the little old man serving samples at the Costco and you don't just grab your sample and walk off, that you stay and you say, hello, how are you? That you notice people, that you are the one that helps people feel seen. Sometimes you might be the only person in that human being's life who has seen them. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. You never know how God works through others to help us, but sometimes it's you that God needs to work through to help others. And that includes our furry friends. That includes Mother Earth. It includes all. We made it, GDF family. Day 40 of the Believe Sadhana meditation. I love you. I'm so proud of us. Let's go out into the world and be the change we wish to see. Sat Nam.